Welcome to the Falconeye walkthrough video. In this video, you'll learn how to use the Falconeye platform. To get started, you'll need to contact your organization and get them to create an account for you. This will send out an email to your email address, which will allow you to register a new account. After you register your new account, you can then go to the login page and press login. After a successful login, you'll be redirected to the dashboard. The dashboard has lots of useful information regarding detections, event details, and also a map to show you where events, cameras, and groups are located. Before we do that, you may notice that the pictures are blurred. We can update this in the settings. You go to the profile and select it. We'll see it has your email address there. Then be redirected to the profile settings. Profile settings will allow you to see details about your profile, as well as updating preferences for the app as you use it. As you can see your email address, your name if you have one assigned, your role, which in this case is admin, and you'll see preferences. Preferences allow you to modify the app when you're using it. Theme will change the theme from light to dark. Global blur will remove the blur effect from the images in the app. This is a privacy mechanic so that people looking over your shoulder or in your local vicinity cannot see the images that you are dealing with. You can toggle it off by simply clicking the button. The clear counter button will allow you to clear any built-up alerts. If you look over here, you can see a counter. This is for events. There will be a counter here for alerts. If, for whatever reason, you want to clear your backlog of alerts, you can just press this here button. The password reset form is rather self-explanatory. Enter your current password, a new password, and confirm your new password. Then hit update, and this will update your profile. This is the Falconeye dashboard. It includes details relating to match events and detections. For the purposes of this walkthrough, we have blurred the faces to preserve privacy. The first section, Event Details, gives you a detailed overview of any events that have occurred. You'll have the name of the person of interest that was matched to the detected face, the probability that these two things match, some additional information, as well as action buttons to confirm and reject matches. You also have a More drop-down button, which will allow you to edit the person of interest, delete the person of interest, or get the video. We will cover the get video functionality later on. The map shows you where events have occurred and also shows you the placement of cameras and groups on the map. You can right-click these to get additional information. You can also search in the search bar. The detections list shows all detections that have occurred. These could include a person or a face. There are multiple detection classes available. This list can also be filtered by using the filter button. And by right-clicking a detection, we can have a context menu. We can enroll new detections as POIs. We can get video, which we will talk about later on. Details, which will pull up the details on the left-hand side. Search for POI, which allows us to search this list for a POI, and search for detection. Search for POI will show us a potential match, as well as additional potential matches for our chosen image. Search in detections. We'll search through the detection list using the image provided and see if there are any detections that match. The events list shows any face match events that have occurred. This has a simplified details similar to the event details. If we scroll down, you'll notice the confirm and reject button. This allows us to confirm that the match event is correct. If these two faces match, we press confirm. For example, if these faces did not match, we could press reject. If we want to undo what we've already done, we can simply press the undo button. If a match is rejected, it can be removed from the list by pressing delete. This list is also searchable and filterable. As mentioned, we'll go over the get video functionality now. Select a detection from the list and press get video. This will bring back a playback preview, so you can preview the clip. After reviewing the video, if you are satisfied, you can save the video as an instant. Press the Save Instant button, and you'll be redirected to the Report New Instant page. You can continue to review the footage, but if you are happy, you can give the instant a name, select whether the crime is visible or not, save anonymously, select an instant type, and a small instant description. After you're happy with the form you filled in, you can press Save Instant. This will show you all instants you have filed. You can review pre-existing instants by simply clicking on the instant name, and you will get detection events for that instant. The Alerts page allows users to define their own custom events for Falconeye. In the Alerts list, you'll be able to see all of the custom events that have been created. The alert history will show you any new alerts. You may notice that this is blank. This can happen if there are no new alerts recently. If you want to have a look at old alerts, go to the Filter menu and press Show Old Alerts. This will load the alert list and also the alert details. If a new alert does appear, it will be highlighted with a blue border. If you want to create a new alert, simply press the New Alert button. You will now be shown the Create Alert window. This will allow you to create a custom alert from these predefined options. For the purposes of this demonstration, we will use the unrecognized individual is detected. We have to select a location for this here alert. For this demonstration, we will use the office camera. After selecting a location or camera, you will have to define a zone of interest. Zone of interest effectively means when a detection occurs, we want it to happen in a certain section of the camera's view. For example, if I only want the detection to occur when someone enters through the front door, I will draw a bounding box and press confirm. Now, when someone approaches through the front door, I will get an alert. The schedule and bank holidays section will allow you to define when the alert should be active. For example, I may only want it on Sunday, Monday, and I'll set a time range. For the purposes of this tutorial, we will not be setting a time or schedule. Finally, you'll get a review window. This will show you all the details you have selected for your alert. Before you can create an alert, you have to give it a name. We will call this Unknown Alert. After you're happy, press Create, and your alert should appear at the top of the alerts list. To access new options for your new alert, you can press the More drop-down button. This will give you the option to edit the alert. This will bring up a new preview window that will show you all the things you have selected, as well as giving you an editable window. Additionally, we can delete the alert and also deactivate or deactivate mobile notifications for the alert. Deactivating the alert will mean no one will receive alert notifications. Deactivating mobile notifications will mean that you will not receive mobile notifications when this alert fires. Moving on to the POIs. This is the POI list. This shows you all of the enrolled POIs currently in the Falconeye system. We've used the term POI quite a lot throughout this walkthrough. It simply stands for Person of Interest. As you can see, each row has a photo, title, tags associated with the POI, and a creator on. Additionally, at the start of each row, you have a little selection box. This can be used to select POIs for deletion. Additionally, you can select all POIs by pressing the selection box at the top of the table. You can also search this list using an image. This will return any POIs that may resemble the image you sent through. Additionally, you can convert this table view into a grid view. You have filters here for date and tags. And you also have search functionality. To the right, we have the Mass Enroll button. This allows you to enroll multiple POIs at the same time. In addition, you have the New POI button, which will enroll only a single POI. For the purposes of this demonstration, we will be using the New POI button. You will now be presented with the New POI page. This will allow you to enroll a new POI. First, we'll upload an image. We'll then give the POI a name. We can add a short note optionally. Assign some tags. And give a description. You can also upload multiple images by dragging more over or clicking the Upload Image button. After you're happy with your creation, you can hit Create. As you can see, this now appears in the list. We can also delete a POI by selecting it and hitting the Delete button. I'll now show you the POI profile. The POI profile gives you details about a specific POI. You can see the POI profile picture, the POI's name, short note created, tags, and description. You can also see the enrollments, which are images attached to the POI, as well as any links. To edit these here details, press the Edit button, and this will bring up an editing interface. To the right, you can see links. Links show how often this POI has been spotted alongside other POIs. For example, they've appeared 8 times beside Roy. By clicking on the appeared amount, you will get a list of all of the appearances. The POI history list gives you an overview of all the confirmed matches as well as unconfirmed and rejected matches. If you press details, you'll get an event details display. There's also the event history list. This will show any rejections or confirmations for this here event. If you need to filter these here lists, there is a filter option up here. This is the analytics list. This allows you to process videos retroactively and get detections and facial detections from them. This is a list of all the videos that have been uploaded to the site. You can search this list by using the search bar. You can also press this button to show videos that have been archived. This allows you to save videos, but maybe they are no longer of use. You can add these to the archive using the archive source. Along the top, you can see the upload video button. This will add a new video to the list. To add a new video, simply drag a video and press upload. See at the bottom, a new video has been added. You can also see that the status is unprocessed. This means we haven't sent it to the server to be processed. We can do this by setting a date and a location. As you can see, this is now no longer grayed out. We can press the Add to Queue button and the video will start processing. For this demonstration, we'll use a different video with slightly more interesting composition. This is the analytics report page. This will allow you to review the footage and see what detections you've uncovered. To play the video, press the play button. And as you do, you can see on the right hand side that when something is detected, it is highlighted and scrolled to in the list. You can pause the video and rewind it using this here. These go back 5 seconds each, forward and back. You can also filter out in the timeline these little segments. Additionally, you can also filter the list over here for face, person, as well as event type. There's also a search functionality. And when you click on a detection in the right-hand list, it will then jump to that still. The Maps page works the exact same way as the map does on the dashboard. It gives you a geographical location of all groups, cameras, and events. You can search for these up here. You can toggle off the icons. And you can get additional information by right-clicking on them. This is the groups page. This gives you an overview of all the groups and their associated units and cameras. Along the top, you can see a search bar for searching the groups, as well as a filter for filtering out groups you don't want. There's also a new group button. Create a new group, give it a name. Add a small note, and then select your units. Currently, our units are offline. Your units will need to be online for them to be added to. You should update the location and make sure one is set, as you will not be able to add it to the group if there is no location. You can also add members to the group. This will dictate who will be able to see events from this group of units. Finally, make sure to assign a location to the group and press update. Once you're happy with your unit selection, your members, you can hit the create button. As of right now, you don't want to add these here to the group, but as long as you hit the create button, we'll add this here. Interact with the groups or units, use this here cog icon. Doing it will open a drop-down menu. For the groups, we can add new members, allowing them to see the events associated with the units in this group. We can also update the location of the group or rename the group. Finally, we can delete the group if we want to. Expanding the row, we can see all of the units in the group. If a unit is red, that means it's offline, and if it is green, that means it is online. The same way we used the groups cog icon, we will use the units group icon. You've got unit config, update location, rename, and reassign. We've already seen these here too, and this one we'll come back to in a moment. Reassign will allow you to reassign the unit to a new group. Expanding the unit will now show us the cameras associated with the unit. Same again, we can rename and update location. Now we'll open the unit config. The unit config will allow you to add new sources, in this case cameras, to a unit. We'll get a small preview of what the camera is seeing at the moment. You can see the type of source it is and the name of the source. To add a new source, simply click the Add Source button, select the type, in this case RTSP, and give it a name. This source should match the URL of the camera that you are trying to access. Once you enter this, press Check Source, and a preview will appear here. You can also edit sources that have already been set up by clicking the Edit dropdown. And you can see we can now select the region. The region of interest works very similarly to the one in the alerts. However, this is set for the entire unit. So if we drag a large box over the entire screen, only detections inside this entire box will be counted. You can use this to make more refined selections if you need this for your use case. We can also edit the config and update the source or name of the source. We can also update location. And finally, we can delete the source altogether. The members page allows you to add new members to the Falconeye platform, as well as updating their role. To add a new member, press the Add Member button, enter an email, and assign a role. After you press the Invite button, the user will receive an email. It will have steps that will allow them to create an account. You can also update the role of existing members by selecting the drop-down here. You can also delete members by pressing the Delete button. The Tags page allows you to create tags that you can assign to persons of interest. These will allow you to quickly search for certain categories of POI. Create a new tag, press the Create Tag button, give it a name, a shortcode. This is what will be displayed when you assign the tag to a POI, and give it a color. Once you're happy with your creation, hit the Create button. This tag can now be assigned to POIs. To edit an existing tag, press the Update button. If you want to remove a tag, simply press the Delete button. That concludes the Falconeye video walkthrough. With this walkthrough, you should have a good understanding of how the Falconeye platform works and how to interact with it.